Hi everyone, welcome to Anaheim Park Tourist. This is Disneyland News for Tourists for April 2025, and if you are a regular viewer of the channel, we will always remind you, double check the Disneyland calendar. Even though we are in the middle of spring break, when it is one of the most busy times to be at the park, the first week in April, and that's on Monday through Thursday, Disneyland will be closing at 10 p.m. DCA will be closing at 9 p.m. There will be no Fantasmic and no fireworks. So if you are planning on going to Disneyland, always double check that online calendar.
Up next, we wanted to mention that the entrance from the Grand Californian Hotel into Disney California Adventure is currently closed, and it is closed because they're putting in the new entrance gates, and we're not quite sure when that's going to open. It sounds like it's going to be closed for quite a while, but if you are staying at the Grand Californian or any of the other Disney hotels, Pixar Place or Disneyland Hotel, you can enter California Adventure through the Pixar Place entrance, and usually that entrance will close around 11 to 12 during the day. It's not open all day, but because the main entrance into California Adventure is currently closed, they're going to have that one open all day for entry and exit. So you still have a dedicated entrance into the park, it's just in a different area. If you're unsure where the Pixar Place entrance into California Adventure is, we'll leave a link below to our walking video, and it will show you how to access that. Another thing we want to mention is it's more of a rumor because Disney hasn't put anything on the calendar officially yet, but we have heard from multiple sources that the Carnation Cafe on Main Street in Disneyland is going to be closing at the end of April until mid-May. And again, this is just a rumor, but I've heard it on discussion forums because there's no reservations available during those times. And I've also heard it from Chef Oscar. And if you don't know who Chef Oscar is, he used to be the head chef at Carnation Cafe, one of the longest working employees at Disneyland. And I follow him on Facebook, and he's really fun to follow. He goes to the parks quite a bit, but he also mentioned that he heard Carnation was going to be closing for refurbishment. So we just wanted to let people know, if you're planning a trip during that time and you're wanting to eat there, it might not be available.
At the time of publishing this video, Napa Rose is currently closed for refurbishment and will be closed through fall of 2025. And the Food and Wine Festival will continue at California Adventure through April 21st. So in the evening, definitely expect more crowds.
As Jim mentioned at the beginning of this video, it is spring break time, so expect high crowds if you're going anytime in April. Another thing to look out for is Dapper Days. Dapper Days will be at the Disneyland Hotel Expo April 12th and 13th, and then the official Dapper Day is April 13th at Disneyland, and that's always a really fun day to be there and see everyone all dressed up and looking so dapper. And we've been there a couple of times when it's been going on, and it's just super fun to see everyone's outfits.
Star Wars Nights start up on April 8th and continue through May 6th, and we'll leave all the dates in the description below. And this is a special ticketed event over at Disneyland. Disneyland will be closing early on those special ticketed event nights. Since we're talking about Star Wars, we might as well talk about Season of the Force. And Season of the Force is currently going on at Disneyland and continues through May 11th. And you can see special things like Hyperspace Mountain, and then there's a brand new projection show over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge where the Millennium Falcon is located, and that is called Shadow of a Memory. We've seen video online and it looks like an awesome show, so we definitely recommend checking that out. And there are show times at 9 p.m. and 10:15 p.m. nightly.
Looking forward into June 16th and June 18th are Pride Nights at Disneyland, and again, this is a special ticketed event and the park will be closing early on those nights. Also, we're heading into Grad Night season, and there are lots of Grad Night dates, so we're going to put all those dates in the description below. And just to let you know, the past couple of years they've been allowing the schools to buy tickets so the students are there all day, and then they go to the special Grad Night at California Adventure later in the day. So do expect to see a lot more teenagers in the parks on those dates.
As we previously announced, Courtyard Marriott theme park entrance is currently undergoing a renovation, and they have extended that renovation until June 30th of 2025. And if you are planning on staying at the Courtyard Marriott theme park entrance next January, so that'd be January of 2026, the water park and pool facilities will be down for renovations January 19th through the 29th, 2026.
So now we're going to go over attraction closures. Indiana Jones and Small World are scheduled to open on April 25th. That is fantastic news. Unfortunately, Matterhorn bobsleds are going down April 28th, and that is to be determined. They have not put a date yet out when that will reopen, and they usually close this time of year. Additionally, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room is also closing on April 28th with no reopening date as of yet. Mad Tea Party is also closing briefly May 5th and 6th. King Arthur Carousel at Disneyland is closing May 7th and 8th. And Pixie Hollow is unfortunately still to be determined, no opening date as of yet. Over at California Adventure, Redwood Creek Challenge Trail is currently closed and is supposed to open on April 10th. And then Soarin' Around the World will briefly close from April 28th to May 1st.